A few years ago, we were able to add on fully online sections to our in-person offerings. As expected, they filled up, and, at least at first anyway, the in-person sections were also relatively healthy. Here we have used 47 students as an example. Now let's look at a couple of different scenarios that depict what YC looks like today, given again 47 total students. Here we see one overfull online section, as well as a struggling or outright canceled in-person/Zoom combined section. Let's look at another current scenario at YC. What's better than an online section? 2 online sections. Here we see that we've added 2 online sections, yet they are both under-enrolled, as is the in-person/Zoom combined section. When we schedule in this way, we often see all sections struggle to survive or become canceled. With this method of scheduling, each one of these sections is cannibalizing its counterpart. In our zeal to make every delivery medium available to students, we are making the registration process too confusing and too overwhelming. We offer too many sections of what is essentially the same course, and we are spreading the same amount of students out over too many sections, making them all unhealthy. We are spreading ourselves too thin, but what do we offer? In person? Online? Zoom? What's the right mix? And how do we get all these sections to stop competing with each other? There has to be a better way. What's the solution? In what follows, I suggest SuperSections. These special sections that Banner can be trained to load, I'm assured by our Banner support people, are the solution that will solve the enrollment woes that some smaller disciplines, and smaller campuses for that matter, face at Yavapai College. They will simplify the confusing enrollment process at YC, and they will take the "what delivery medium should we offer" guessing game out of our Banner postings. They will also eliminate under-enrolled classes. SuperSections are listed as one section in Banner, and the sections allow students to either be an in-person student, an online student, or a Zoom student. Essentially, SuperSections allow students to sign up for everything all at once. Rather than sign up for a delivery medium 5 months in advance that students worry about whether they can commit to, now they just sign up for Spanish, and they can worry about how they'll attend class later. Once class has begun, they can have a look around and commit to a delivery medium then. How many students never sign up for an in-person class simply because they don't know what their lives will look like in 5 months when the class begins? Or, on the Verde campus especially, how many never sign up for an in-person class because they fear it will be canceled? Here's another question. How many students already do this right now, starting out online and then realizing they really need to be in person to be successful? Many already do this, and we instructors are constantly making these accommodations for students, rather than lose them to the life emergencies that we know are the biggest causes of attrition. SuperSections simply codify what we already do, and they make the registration process much simpler. So how do SuperSections help, and how do they make registration simpler for students? Here's an example. On the screen now is one section of Spanish 201. It is currently displayed in Banner as 3 separate sections, but really they are all combined into one class. Students are perennially confused and overwhelmed by all the different listings for the same class, and every semester someone signs up for something that they weren't expecting. Sometimes a student wants in person and they accidentally sign up for online, or they wanted to sign up for Zoom and they end up in an online section. But with SuperSections, they get one simple, clean-looking listing instead of 3. Here's a closer look at how SuperSections might be listed in Banner. Students are given online as an attendance option, or a specific synchronous option. This is sometimes called a real-time option. And they can clearly see that they are able to choose, when class begins, which of YC's 3 delivery mediums will be best for them, after they've had a look around. No need to overstress this big commitment right now, and dedicate yourselves to a specific method for accessing class. Now let's take a look at how SuperSections contribute to less confusion at registration and fuller classes. Currently, students log in and see this mess. Trying to appeal to everyone through in-person Zoom and online, we offer a smattering of banner listings and we just cross our fingers and hope they all fill up. In the end, most are usually under full, and inevitably, we have to cancel a few of them. And it's not always the in-person sections that are canceled either. This term, one of my online sections had 0 students enrolled in it. With SuperSections, we streamline everything. When students log in to register, they could see this. Students would have 1 or 2 options, very clean and neatly organized and totally intuitive. Students can't go wrong or be overwhelmed. And we don't open another section until the currently displayed section is completely full. Since each section is every delivery medium to every student all at once, we can list just 1 or 2 sections and still meet each and every student's needs. They don't have to look around for other sections. They have all that they could ever need in one listing. No more confusion, no more half-filled classes that disappoint students when they are canceled. No more missing out on the 6 or 7 students that were enrolled in those canceled classes. We simply don't open another section until the currently listed sections are full. Many benefits to SuperSections, and the Department of Education and HLC are happy. Because we would still gather the same data regarding the course delivery medium that students utilized most. Additionally, none of these courses could possibly be labeled quote-unquote correspondence courses because they will all have real-time instruction built right in, along with the ability to access class recordings just in case they miss a class or in case they are accessing content fully asynchronously as an online student. Students never have to fail due to missing class again. Each class is recorded for them. Now, if reporting the total number of sections of each of these 3 delivery mediums is the priority for accreditors, for example, SuperSection should be listed, in my opinion, as in-person, because this attendance option for every student is always available and encouraged. Zoom's electronic whiteboards and new OWL cameras with standard AI technology have made offering in-person and Zoom classes at the same exact time so easy, and they already provide a better experience than our outdated cameras and clunky Zoom TV screens in our quote-unquote Zoom rooms. Every classroom is a Zoom classroom with today's technology. If we don't embrace it, others will, and really, they already are. So let's recap. SuperSections offer the following benefits. No more half-filled classes, no more confused students at registration time, no more canceled classes, no more guesswork regarding providing the right mix of online, in-person, and Zoom sections, no more losing students due to life emergencies, no more missing class for students and the subsequent failures that result from these missed classes. We have to innovate or we're gonna die. Education is moving this way. We have the chance to lead out now, if we'll take that chance. Okay, so I want to offer up Spanish as the guinea pig here. Spanish will form a pilot program and offer every Spanish section as a super section for a year. Our non-dual enrollment sections typically only garner some 300 footsie a year, so it's a small sample for a pilot program. Let's give it a shot. We have nothing to lose and tons to gain when this works. As we move into this bold new educational climate, I'm reminded of this board resolution from November 14th, 2022. With near universal access to digital devices and the internet, new modes of delivering content and new technology tools need to be leveraged to meet the changing needs of learners. We can embrace this board resolution, and we can do it with SuperSections.